Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we break down one of their records. We get into the music, lyrics, how it was made, and everything in between. My name is Tyler, and way out there hundreds of miles away is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. And that's all I have for the boring intro. Let's get into this, Jeff. What are we doing today?
We're doing System of a Down's Mezmerizes.
Mezmerizes. There we go. So, yeah, this record came out in 2005, fourth record, part of a double album. Hypnotize was the second part of this record. But let's get into our origin story with System of a Down. We'll get into our first impressions of the record and then talk about stinkers, bangers. Stinkers if we got them, bangers, and then everything else, like I said. So origin story, System of a Down. What do you got? Go.
Honestly, my origin story is Chop Suey, the music video. And I thought that was wild, especially because, like, what's his name, Chavo, the bass player?
Yes.
He was all dolled up and super, like, black around the eyes, like the mascara part. Is that mascara on your eyes? That's your eyelashes, huh?
No, mascara's your eyelashes and the eyeliner you're thinking.
Eyeliner. You would know because you wear fucking eyeliner all the time.
I did used to wear eyeliner.
That's cool, though. It's not cool. Yeah, very heavily on the eyeliner there, and I was like, "Dude, these guys are wild." They had the big fucking long. They all had cool like facial hair, and they just look cool. And they remember they're morphing into each other and shit in the video.
Yeah,
and like this is just fucking weird.
Like
dude.
the
this is
like
wild.
the Michael Jackson video, black and white. Remember that video?
Yes, yeah,
that's what it was like.
But yeah, that was my intro because I thought the video was badass, and so then like it subsequently recorded that onto my specific like metal-ish VHS tape, which also had like Limp Bizkit and stuff on it. You know, we all had our little different tapes. Like,
but it didn't have Korn, right?
Yeah, it did.
Jeff, come on.
Why do you think, like,
don't
just
bullshit
because
me.
I make fun of you because God the Life is not the greatest song of all time. It's not Korn's best song. But, like, why do you act like I don't like Korn? That's silly boy talk. We're getting ahead of ourselves, okay? Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. But that's my intro is Chop Suey singing it on TV and being very excited to record it and watch it again.
Okay. But really, I can't believe it. Chop Suey, huh? Okay. All right. But you used to listen to K-Rock. That's weird. You don't remember any of the other songs on K-Rock.
Like Sugar, I remember I heard Sugar, but I don't know. Chop Suey is when it really was like, oh, this band's fucking cool. And then when I heard Sugar again, I was like, oh, that's the same band. That song is also cool. But it really was Chop Suey. It for sure was Chop Suey.
Okay.
That song's wild, dude. That's like one of the most
Chop
wild
Suey
songs.
Is wild. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It really is.
Wild and Crazy Kids.
That was a show, dude, on Nickelodeon when we were kids.
Wild and Crazy Kids.
That was a cool show. It was really just a bunch of kids at Camelot with like wearing the same shirt, like in uniforms, playing at Camelot. That's really what Wild and Crazy Kids was. Miniature, whatever. Anyway, who cares? Who gives a fuck? My origin story with System of a Down is Sugar. That was the first thing I ever heard on K-Rock, and I was blown away. Just one of those bands, one of those songs, moments that just changed a lot when I first heard it. Got the Life was one of those. Smells Like Teen Spirit was another one. Offspring, hearing Pretty Fly for a White Guy. I'd never heard anything like that in my whole life. Just changed everything. What's My Age Again from Blink. Just one of those life-altering, like music life-altering songs, moments. It was Sugar for me. I became so obsessed with that song. I immediately recorded it on my little cassettes, and I just would listen to it over and over again on my boombox, just because I had it right above my bed, and I would just hit play, hit rewind to the beginning of the tape, play, rewind, play, just listen to Sugar over and over and over again. And then I couldn't go get the CD because it was had a parental advisory sticker. My mom would not let me get that. So I had to resort to, I didn't know anybody who had the CD. So I had to resort to stealing. So I went to Napster. Huge shout out Napster. I went to Napster and I downloaded Sugar. And the only other song I could find on Napster at that time was Marmalade, the B-side from this record. So for about a good 2-3 months, those are the only two System of a Down songs I ever heard were Sugar and Marmalade. And then eventually somebody burned me a copy of the self-titled record. But yeah, that's my origin story is Sugar and then Marmalade with Napster because of Napster too.
Lady Marmalade.
So there you go. Origin story for me with System of a Down. Let's get into our first impressions of Mezmerize, the double album, the first part of the double album, I should say. So what do you got? Go.
I mean, like by this time in 2005, we're well into our high school career, verging on graduating. So System is already a big band. They're already fucking huge. So I don't know, when Mezmerize hit, like everybody liked it because we're getting older and now we're getting more into like politics and we're realizing like, oh, like it's cool when bands shit on our president because that was just like a cool thing. I remember this kid in our class too. I think his name was Parham with a P. I mean, he's Middle Eastern, but I think I've talked about him before. But I was in Mr. Wren's class.
Sounds familiar.
With Matt Hines and Sohail, and this kid would wear a "Not My President" hat. I just thought, like, damn, bro, that's fucking wild. And you're willing to wear a hat that just says like "Not My President," like no name or nothing, but like obviously who the freak about fucking Bush, and like that was just crazy. I remember Brandon Bush gave him so much shit like every day, and then Mr. Wren would always like give him shit like, "Who did you vote for?" Like, I'm not even old enough to vote, but I wouldn't vote for him. But anyway, like by this time it was already we're getting more involved in the direction of our country. So when Mezmerize hit, and some of these songs like BYOB. They kind of hit a little bit harder than like Toxicity should have. Yeah. Like I said in the rankings, like Toxicity should have hit really fucking hard, but we were just too young to kind of like know what's going on. So Mezmerize was cool. It was fun. But when I listened to it the first time, I was kind of just like, this is just like, these guys went pop like everybody else does. That was my first impressions of when I heard it way back when. And I still kind of think that, but now I think that there's nothing really inherently wrong with that because they don't go pop. They just became really good fucking songwriters. They just like, you can't help it if I can write a really fucking catchy song that's really engaging that everybody loves, right? It's not my fault. Like, fuck, I wish I could do that.
Yeah. I mean, my first impressions were, I didn't really like the record at first. I loved the first two. I loved Self-Titled. I loved Toxicity. Man, back in the day, man, I listened to those records almost every day. I listened to them. I fucking loved them. And then Steal This Album kind of flew under my radar. I had it. I had a burned copy of Steal This Album. So yeah, it was always and I enjoyed it, but I never liked it as much as the first two. And Mezmerize hit, and I hated Darren's vocals. I fucking hated his vocals. I thought, why the fuck are they doing this? Like, this is destroying the band. Like, this doesn't sound like System of a Down. This is not good. And it took a good like several months for me to finally get it. And realize, damn, dude, these songs are actually really fucking good. Yeah, the vocals are a little rough, but damn, dude, the songs are here. The songs are good. The melodies are good. Fuck, dude, this album's so good. But yeah, my first impressions were I did not like it. Did not like it. So now it's my favorite. Now Mezmerize is my favorite System of a Down record. Look at that. What are you going to do?
You think it's your favorite, but it's not.
Oh, okay. We'll see. We'll see about that. So let's get into some bangers and stinkers. Do we have any stinkers on this record?
No stinkers.
I agree. No stinkers at all. How many bangers do you have? 11? 10? If you say
6?
10, that's fine. I get it because, oh, fucking.
I think they're all, so there's only fucking 10 songs, right? Like we're not counting the intro.
And 10 without the intro.
And like the last two songs about Hollywood, like, dude, those are such easy songs to not put as bangers.
But they're still bangers, man.
They're still really, really good. And they're catchy and there's
bangers.
Good parts to them, but like it's easy to not put them as bangers. So like we're talking 8 songs here total, and I have 6. The biggest one that you're probably not going to agree with is I guess my other not bangers, This Cocaine. That I think that's an okay song.
Yeah, This Cocaine or the cocaine is my number 8. My number 8.
But the big one's Question. I don't think Question's a banger.
Oh.
I don't.
That's fine. We'll get into it. Let's. Okay. So my lower bangers, because I have 10 bangers. If we're excluding the intro, I have 10 bangers. Lost in Hollywood's my least favorite. Old School Hollywood is 9. Cocaina is my number 8. So there you go. We agree on that. So that's good.
Yeah, those are easy ones. I guess the biggest one is just Question.
Okay. So we'll get into Questions soon enough. But what's your number one banger? What's your number one banger?
Radio Video.
Let's get into this.
I love that intro. and everything builds so nicely too. You get that little horn thing, that little Middle Eastern kind of like horn sound there.
Yeah.
And then like we get into this little polka thing, the dun, 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 the backbeat upstrokes. Fucking Darren and Serge, they have perfect harms here. Maybe the best harms like they've done, like the opposite harm wise. Like maybe the best thing they've ever done. I think it's fucking amazing. And the chorus is just like the power chord version of the intro riff.
Yeah.
It's like we never lose the momentum. Again, these guys don't ever do anything except for like John. Like John's always just fucking wild. And he goes off and does whatever the fuck he wants because he's really, really good. But Darren's such a good songwriter that he can just play the same like riff the entire song and kind of church it up a little bit here and there. But because he knows like he can lean on John, he can do whatever the fuck he wants and keep it as basic as he needs to. And I think that's what here. That's what we get here.
But that's kind of the genius of like pop songs, you know. It's kind of like a loop. It's really just looping the verses, the choruses, this and that. Obviously playing in the same key, but you know, just playing the same parts over and over again. Just change it up, church it up a little bit in certain parts.
That's why I hated this song. That's why I hated this album to begin with. Is because I thought the guys just went pop. That's
but
okay.
They did not though. But they didn't. But the thing is, they didn't. I mean, I think this is the most like not style wise. I think this is the most diverse record they've ever put out. With the polka, with the obviously the metal, the punk, the blast beats in very, very small parts. I mean, there's just all this kind of shit going on all over this record. I honestly feel this is the most diverse sounding record. The Middle Eastern stuff here, it's so good. It's so fucking good. And and just other different kinds of instruments too. It's not just, you know, guitar, bass, drums, and vocals. There's mandolin all over this. There's keyboards. There's all kinds of shit all over this. I can't even remember right now off the top of my head. There's all kinds of stuff all over this.
Even like going back to just like the pop thing too, because they've done it since the beginning. Like that's what Sugar is. Sugar is based off of just one fucking riff. That entire song is just dun, 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 dun. That is it. And they kind of church it up here and there a little bit, but they don't deviate from that, and they never really did. Like Toxicity is the only record where they kind of really went out and like built upon like easy riffs, but like this is getting back to it. Like Mezmerize is getting back to it. There's better songwriters at this point, and I did in high school just because like, you know, in high school like, I'm too cool for this. So you still think that, but like I'm too cool for this because it's kind of pop.
I don't think that at all. I'm not Skip, but okay.
Because that's like double dig. But there's nothing wrong with just like being a better songwriter and be like, damn, like remember that thing we did like on Sugar? Let's do that again. But I had a really good idea for that. And like, fuck, did you get radio video? Which is just, there are some fucking cat. Like, get the fuck out. Like, we're not going to sing along to the la 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 parts, right?
You got to sing
la, 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 la. Every time I do too, I get all like I'm an English
thing,
royalty. Yeah, like I have a top hat and a monocle, like a Mr. Peanut. La 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 la. Fucking hate it. That song is so good. It makes me feel just so excited and anxious and wily.
But also the build up too in that bridge where it's the mandolin and then Darren starts playing the guitar over that, playing the really, really fast stuff. And then it just gets faster and faster and faster, like a good, like fucking Gogo Bordello. You know what I mean? It's just like it builds like a Gogo Bordello song. It's so exciting. It's so much fun.
It's perfect build, and it's slow, but it's not too slow to where the song drags on for 5 minutes, and this thing isn't like super quick to where it's over in like 30 seconds. It's a perfect fucking song. It's a well-crafted song. It accomplishes so much in like the whatever 3.5 fucking minutes it is.
All right, so radio video, you're number one. And radio video is my number 3, by the way. So
low, but okay.
And so we're gonna get into some. So I do want to get into the lyrics too on these songs, and I will say, I was pretty disappointed by the lyrics on this one.
Yeah,
especially coming off of we did System like 5 years ago, like right when we started becoming lyric men, and I love the lyrics on the first record. Toxicity had some great fucking lyrics too when we did that a couple years ago. But yeah, Mezmerize, it's lackluster, and honestly, I think it's because of Darren. Darren wrote all the music, or pretty much wrote all the music. Some of the guys had a couple songwriting credits, but Darren wrote all the music and wrote most of the lyrics too, at least half of the lyrics. And I feel like it really, really shows because some of these songs are just dumb lyrically.
The heavy Darren songs aren't about like anything, which like we don't need something to be about anything, right? Like that's okay.
Yeah.
If the song's good, it's fucking good. I don't give a shit. But the heavy Darren songs are just not like about anything. They're just like he's just kind of like talking aloud. And like that's fine here and there, but like, dude, this is System of a fucking Down we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a more like this should be a more politicized band than like Rage Against the Machine, because they're not full of shit like Zach De La Rocha is. So like this is something we expect high of, and then we get shit like 2 songs about Hollywood. Like get the fuck out of here.
Well, even Radio Video, the lyrics they're dumb. I mean, he all constantly mentions Danny and Lisa, and then when you read about it, they were just some neighbors of his that
that's it.
That had a Kiss record, had Paul Stanley's solo record, for that one Kiss record, and it was just like that's really all the song was about, and nothing. It's
stupid.
Nothing. Yeah,
it's dumb. And,
so
and
disappointing.
also, like, besides like I think BYOB is probably like my favorite or top tier there as far as like, lyricism goes.
Yeah,
but everything else is pretty just like low hanging fruit. Like again, harping on Hollywood, but like, who the fuck doesn't know that Hollywood's a shithole, right? Like, like all these people go to Hollywood to be an actor and turn into like prostitutes. Like, oh my god, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Been there,
it's pretty surface level. I think the only song that could kind of come close to BYOB lyrically would be Figaro, but even then, it's still kind of it's still a little too goofy, and you miss a lot of the message because the lyrics are just
super goofy.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the song's goofy. All the songs on this record are pretty fucking goofy, but yeah, lyrically, I went into this like prepared for like, oh man, I'm gonna do a little bit of research on whatever they're talking about and blah blah blah.
And in 2005, like we're talking like this is the height of like the Bush administration just conquering fucking lands that he should not even be in and just raping everybody in his path, and then we get this.
We get this. I know, especially after we did do a lot. I remember doing like quite a bit of research, not research, but just reading a lot about stuff from the first System of a Down record. And that's what I was hoping for this one. I was like, maybe I'll learn something new, maybe something I didn't know at the time. But yeah, it was just God. It was so lyrically, this record was so disappointing and so surface level.
Yeah, it was stupid. It was stupid.
Yeah, unfortunate.
A lot of it was stupid.
Radio Video. So there you go. That's your number 1. That's my 3B. So, ready for my 1B?
Violent Pornography.
Question, baby. Question is my favorite song on this record. I don't know why you hate it. I don't know what's wrong with you.
It's fine. Honestly, this is like their worship sound. Like this is the closest they'll come to like a worship song. This is like a throwaway song. Like until we get to the heavy shit into like that la 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 part later on. But like even like later on, they're still singing like the aggressive heavy instrumentals, like, and they're going at it and stuff. But it's just, I like the intro is kind of dumb. Like I get why this intro is here. Like it props up the heavy part as well.
The
like,
acoustic.
Yeah, like it lays the foundation for the rest of the songs, like quiet parts. So I get why it's there. It's well written. I just don't like it. It doesn't connect with me, and I think it's because it sounds like a worship fucking System of a Down song.
I would agree with you. This is like the closest thing to a worship song that System has ever done. But I don't mean that in a negative way, but it is kind of a ballad song. I get that too. This is probably the most ballad song on the whole record. And I'm not even a balladman.
You're full blown balladman.
But I do love the acoustic guitar. It's not like the most complicated thing that Darren's playing, but I do love the acoustic guitar. Also, Serge played a lot of acoustic on this song as well. I guess he wasn't credited, but he actually did play on this song. But anyway, I really like the acoustic part, and I like the kind of builds here and there, in the verses especially, where it's the acoustic and Serge singing, and then John's just doing those really really quick rim shot things, like those quiet rim shots. I fucking love it, and the way he's the beat he's playing, like he plays kind of not fast tempo wise, but he plays like a little bit more complicated, then like brings it back and like calms down a little bit, and then plays faster again. So there's this constant like back and forth, this kind of tension with just his drumming, and then you drop into the big fucking chorus, which is almost anthemic, and they're both singing, they're harming with each other so fucking well. Darren and Serge I fucking love it, and then you get the big scream at the end of the chorus into the big heavy riff again, and that na 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 na. Oh, it's so fucking good. This song is just like yes. Oh, it's so good. It's because they play. Cool. Yeah, the bridge. He like double times. It's like just with the fucking riff, man. It's so fucking sick. This is the most conventional sounding song on the entire record, and they fucking nailed it. They absolutely fucking nailed it. And also, one of my favorite parts about this song is everything fades out, and then you get one more na 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 boom, and then it ends. Like, it just comes out of fucking nowhere. You think the song ends, and then
just like that's the best part
so
though.
good.
But the first part was wherever you are, like that thing. Like, it's just
I love it.
Know. It's just
I
too
love
stupid.
it.
Well,
But also, okay, if we're talking like anthemic worship shit, look at even a song like fucking Toxicity or Chop Suey. The chorus in Chop Suey is very worshipy too. I'm not even saying lyrically,
yes.
but I mean vocally. It's very, very worshipy too.
Yeah,
you could easily
and
compare this to
Toxicity
Chop
for
Suey.
sure. Because Toxicity is even more like just that part of like oh.
Yeah. Yes. Even Chop
Chop
Suey.
Suey's better.
Chop Suey too.
That's
Chop
crazy.
Suey
You think that's crazy?
does
You
the
think this is better than
halftime-
Chop Suey?
It is better than Chop
That's
Suey.
that's
Yeah, it is
stupid.
better than Chop Suey. I don't make the rules, man. I don't make the rules.
That to me that means nothing. That just means like you just said something wrong and now you're just trying to get out of it by saying more stupid things. Question's fine though. I listen. This is an okay song. I literally about the afterlife and the God. I didn't give a fuck. I literally didn't care.
But I do like
Wasn't
I do
interesting.
like that lyric. It's a little bit different than what they normally do, whether it's politically or just kind of the nonsensical stuff from Darren. I do like it's something a little bit more spiritual and you know, wondering what happens after death. I mean, we all wonder that shit, but
I never
don't know.
do.
You never do. You never have.
Never have.
So-
Never will.
All right. But yeah, I really do love Question, and it's Question with the exclamation point at the end too.
Yeah. you
You hate that. You hate that.
Because it's
huh?
so stupid. It's just
It is silly.
Whatever.
It is really silly. Also, the song too. Just one last thing about the song, time signature wise. I know you love your time signatures.
Gotta
It's-
have odd time signatures. And
It's all over the place. So I'll just mention here. It goes from and it jumps all over all the time. So it goes from a 9/16 to 6/8 to a 5/8 back to a normal 4/4. Just up and down, back and forth, back and forth. So that's kind of cool too. It's fun. It's different for this band.
it is.
They don't
it is
really
fun.
fuck with time signatures.
It is, and like I mean, we talk about the band a lot and how great they are, and like everybody's really, really good. Like everybody in this band is really, really good.
Mm.
But John is like, dude, that guy is fucking phenomenal.
I know John is
He
such a
is
good
so
drummer.
fucking good, and he's like the outlier too of his like personal political views are just fucking like the antithesis of what this band.
But do you know what's
is.
so like during the height of all the I don't even want to call it controversy because it wasn't. It was just all made up by the media and publications. But like 2020, 2021, John was more of a he was questioning a lot of the COVID stuff and was more pro Trump than most. Let's just say that. And the media just fucking jumped all over that.
Crucified him.
They
Absolutely.
just tried to like run his name through the mud and tried to really just ruin his career, his life. And then they would always ask Serge, like, what do you think about John? How can you even be friends with him? And he's like,
and he had his back.
he had his fucking back. He's like, he's my brother. Like, if he believes in something different, he's not hurting anybody. Who cares? It's like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, dude, I fucking love that they all had his back. Chavo had his back. Serge did. Darren never really talks in interviews anymore, but you know, everybody had John's back, even though he believed in something a little bit different. But yeah, it was cool, man. I loved it. And the media are fucking terrible. The fucking media are terrible.
Oh yeah, they're the worst. They're
They
the
are
worst.
the
But these guys are
fucking
bros.
worst.
They're bros. And like I asked you earlier if you listened to all the demos. This is the first time I've listened to their demos. They had 4 demos, just named demo 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which I thought was cool. And I listened to all 4 of them, and like they're inconsequential. But the first 3 don't feature John, and the last one features John. But I think all 4 of them feature either Sugar or Sweet Pea. And the way Sweet Pea was on the first demo was fucking wild, dude. It's very much more like Deftones meets aggressive, chuggy, slow,
Yeah.
good new metal. But then like when you hit that 4th demo and then you get the same songs, it's like night and day as far as like when
It
these
really
are coming
is.
together. Because the dude is so fucking good.
Yeah, so their original drummer, his name was Andy Khachaturian. I'm probably butchering that Armenian
That's
name.
good.
But yeah, no, he was the original drummer. He quit the band after their 3rd demo after playing a bunch of shows. For that, he was in the band for I think over a year. But he quit the band because he broke his hand or something like that. And I mean, the band weren't even like, they weren't signed or anything. So it wasn't like, well, this band was blowing up. You know what I mean? So he quit the band, and then they recruited John at that time. But I did listen after you told me. I did run through the first 4 demos. I didn't listen to the whole songs, but I listened to at least half of each song to get the gist of what it was going on.
Yeah, that's
and
all
dude,
you need.
It's all. I mean, I know you're not really familiar with the band, but Sepultura. It was fucking Sepultura.
In the
Especially
beginning?
like the first 3. Oh yeah, the first 3 demos when Andy
Like
was on
just
drums.
slow, heavy, chuggy.
Slow,
just...
heavy, the tone, everything, guitar tone. It was fucking Sepultura. It was Roots, the Roots album from '96. That's what it fucking was. And it all makes sense because they were, I mean, this band were putting out those demos in 96, 97, 98. So it makes sense that it's going to sound like Sepultura because, yeah, I mean, it just did. Like musically, and I think it was like the first demo of Sugar. It was like half the tempo. It was super fucking slow.
Everything was slowed down.
But it was cool. I mean, it's a fun listen. Like I would never actively listen to those demos, but it's fun to go back and hear the differences in the songs. Because I think Sugar got the biggest upgrade out of all of them. Sweet Pea did too, but Sugar got the biggest because that first demo, man, it was half the tempo. It was fucking slow, heavy as hell, very Sepultura. But it was cool, yeah. And then when John joined, you could really hear the difference too. And then I listened to a bunch of the demos from. There was somebody made like a YouTube playlist, and I skimmed through the demos for Toxic. There's like not demos, but B-sides from a couple more B-sides from Toxicity that weren't on Steal This album, and then there was a bunch of B-sides and demos from Mezmerize, Hypnotize too. And there was some cool shit on there too. When I was skimming through it, there was some really cool shit.
Okay.
There was some really, really awesome stuff. So go check it out. But anyway, 0-2.
Anyway,
Let's get back to Mezmerize. And one more thing about Mezmerize too is that, you know, at this point in the band's career, Darren took more of a leadership role in the band more than he had ever done so. And I kind of mentioned it earlier, but I mean, he wrote all the music like he normally did. But I mean, he was like almost the sole songwriter on almost every single song. He wrote most of the lyrics, and he sang on over 50% of these songs. So he was essentially the lead vocalist, and Serge is kind of backing away, which sucks, man. Because I mean, Serge is so unique and a much better singer than Darren.
But like Serge can carry a record, right? Because like that's how System of a Down came about. But when you get Serge and Darren harming together, and like maybe one's doing the high, like kind of like harm part, and the other one's just kind of like doing the singing lower part, or whatever, vice versa. It's fucking gold. It's better than anything. Yeah. Because they're so wildly different, but it matches because they match the aesthetic of not just like each other, but also like the music they're playing and like the brand that is System of a Down. And so like on Mezmerize, I think is like them at their peak, at their best. They only had 5 fucking records, so whatever.
I know, 5 records within 7 years.
Yeah. So but like on here is just like on radio video, like when they're doing the opposite harm stuff. It's like the best. It's the best they've ever done. It's so fucking good.
I love when they harm like that, and they do it on Question too. That chorus are the two of them harmonizing so fucking well. I love it.
Even small stuff like in radio and video when he's like, I'm on the radio, then you get one they go, wow, just doing that thing. Like even that's not a harm. That's just like I'm being annoying over you, but it still kind of is a harm.
Yep. It's so good.
Good stuff.
Love it. So let's get into your 2B, your number 2 banger. What do you got?
BYOB, bring your own butts.
That's my 4B. Let's get into this.
Of course it's your 4B.
Dude, why can't you just have fun?
Bring your own, I was gonna say bring your own bungholes too. That's a funny word. Bunghole. Oh, you're so fucking immature. You can't even just keep it together. Yeah, BYOB, that's my 2B. I fucking love this so much. And then also like that intro, dude, that's very Valiant Thor, right? There's a doodly 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 doodly. Very Valiant Thor. Just very rock and roll. The
imagine Valiant himself going like this.
Yeah.
He's always going like this.
and just like saying
good.
something preachy. But like Darren's scream, dude. Oh my God. That's fucking awesome and so stupid at the same time. There's a lot of cool parts of this though. It's I think the song is very frantic, and like with the pacing and like it's all over the place. The note matching with the la la part. A lot of la la la's all over this record. A lot of la la la's. Kind of gets all like
there are la 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 na na na's. Yeah, a lot of
very very Blink. They're taking a lot of pages out of Blink's handbook here. And then little pinch arms, dude. Like those, dude, they're
Love
cute.
It.
They're fun. Not too much. We're not being Zach Wilde over here, but like, let me know that you're a good guitar player.
I know. I love it. The little scales too in the chorus that just do 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 do.
Yeah.
I love that. It's so simple. It's so simple. I love that little scale.
It's a longer song, but it never feels like we need to move along, right? Like it never feels like Ariel's feels like it's a long fucking song. The song doesn't ever feel like Ariel's.
Well, there's so many parts too.
Yeah, exactly.
Ariel's is a very like cookie cutter kind of pop rock song, but yeah, Bring Your Own Bungholes is not at all.
Bring Your Own Bungholes.
But
the last part too, like there's no better way. Like that's why you would think this record is going to be something different, right? Because the Soldier intro, which is a cool concept too, because it's going to sandwich the double part of the double album at the beginning and the end of each, the Soldier intro, outro. That's cool. And then you get BYOB, which is like highly political. And you think like, damn, this is going to be a fucking great record. We're just going to like rail against the fucking establishment because like that's what this is. And then like it just gets into like Revenja, which is a banger for me. But like that's just like really like
lyrically,
stupid.
It's weak.
That's
it's
stupid
so
as fuck.
weak lyrically.
And then like the last part of this song, like the why do we always send the poor? Why do they always send the poor? Like, dude, we're just shouting our message, which is the easiest way to get your point across, right? Like Rage did it all the fucking time. Just shout your message over and over and over. Wild. Like fuck you, I want you to tell me, right? That's like Rage's biggest statement, and to have since turned against them. But like, damn, bro, like how did you fuck this up?
Well, it's the whole bridge too. It's not why don't presidents fight the war. It's everything that leads up to it. It's when it's just Darren singing. So what does he say? Oh yeah, he's a blast off. It's party time, and we don't live in a fascist nation. Blast off. It's party time, and where the fuck are you? And then he just like screams that so much, and then it jumps into the where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you? Why don't presidents fight the war? Why don't presidents fight the war? So I do love that part of that beginning part of the bridge where Darren is just screaming his fucking head off, and I do remember this. I do remember watching this, and maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it's just like this is a false memory, but I remember when they played SNL back in 2005, and they played BYOB live, supposedly SNL live. And I did watch it that night because I wanted to see System of a Down play it. And they played this song, and at the end of the bridge, when he says, "Where the fuck are you?" Darren ends up saying "fuck" at the very end, but he screams "fuck" like for a really, really long time. And I swear to God, they did not censor him when he said "fuck." But every video you watch of that SNL performance, it's like dead air. They completely cut out the audio. If you go look it up on YouTube, it's dead air. There's no audio. But I swear to you, when I watched it, they did not censor it because maybe it was actually live.
This is like still like this was like this is bleeding into the territory of like when did that Janet Jackson thing happen with JT? That was like 2003, 2002 at the Super Bowl. Okay, so like post that's when people like really started knuckling down and saying like, okay, we got to fucking delay everything now because it's live. Because like my dad and my dad's side of the family always watch Super Bowl every fucking year. I'm like, I remember that happening. I was like, damn,
yeah, I remember that.
That's
too,
a straight titty on fucking live TV. That's wild. Well, it's not even wild like by titty standards, but like I think maybe SNL probably at that time wasn't delayed. I don't think that's a false memory. That's still early on after the JT Janet thing.
Yeah, only a couple of years, only like 2 years. It's not that far after.
Yeah,
but I do honestly remember him yelling "fuck" and it not being censored, and then watching it every time after that. Years since, and it's always just dead air. But yeah, it's pretty sick. But I do remember, I just yelled "fuck," just wailed it for like a good 4 seconds. Just yelled "fuck," and then went into the song. So good. Like right in the bridge. So they couldn't like cut out the whole song, you know? I'd love that shit. It's fucking awesome. So, but anyway, BYOB, bring your own butts. So, I don't know. I really do love the song. This is my 4B. This song is also so thrashy. It goes all over the fucking place. And I've seen them. I mean, I've seen like videos of them playing it live, and I remember specifically that SNL performance. He doesn't play the guitar part the same live or during the chorus. He doesn't play the guitar part the same because in the real song he's just hitting the lower notes, very very chuggy. That do 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 do. But and a lot of live performances I've seen, he just does upstrokes, like offbeat upstrokes, like doom get very polka. He does like a very polka thing in the choruses rather than the chuggy stuff, which is like that's also super fucking cool. I fucking love that too. So I've always been kind of curious, like, was that maybe the original intention for the choruses to have like a polka, upstroke thing going on, or was it always to have the heavier like palm muted thing? I thought that's super. I thought that was always really cool.
They do love doing that kind of like polka shit all over this fucking record too.
Oh yeah, it's all over. Love it. Love this band. Love this fucking band.
You never know. You love this album too. Number one, apparently.
But yeah, I mean, lyrically, this is the only song that I really thought was trying to say something important. I mean, it was obviously a criticism of, the Iraq War, that had just broken out 2 years prior in 2003, and people fucking hated Bush. Man, he just got reelected, or he was just about to get reelected.
People loved Bush.
People loved him, but also people fucking hated him too. Like he was so the only person who was as polarizing as Bush has been Trump, but Trump more so, obviously, because the media has just lost their fucking
like,
minds.
To me, it's crazy. Yeah, to me, it's crazy because Bush is far worse than Trump.
Way worse than Trump. Yeah,
but it's like, dude, like because of September 11th, right? And it's just never have we seen like the rah 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 America first, fuck yeah, right? Like,
yeah,
like besides like throwing like Japanese people in internment camps and like World War II and shit. Like this was a very America forward time where people were just blindly following our leader just because of something that happened. And I don't say just because of something that happened. It was a big travesty that happened. Yeah. But like without like understanding like why that happened or without getting into that. But like this is the time where we're just blindly following people just because they said we're going to fight evil.
Look at the fucking Patriot Act. Look at the Patriot Act.
They hate us because we're free. And like that was we followed. I mean, we were too young, so we didn't follow him. We couldn't even join the fucking military if we wanted to. We were just too young. So like looking back at it now, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like your biggest talking point was like, why does like Middle East hate us? Because of our freedom. Okay, like that's wild, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's what this song is kind of getting into. And like the older we get, the more we get into politics and stuff and where our country is going and came from, like the more it's just like, dude, Bush was the worst of all time.
Yeah, Bush was
so fucking. He may be the worst president we've ever had.
Trump is getting close, but yeah, no, I mean Bush is modern times. He was awful. He was awful.
I think Bush is the worst president we've ever had in the history of our country. I think Trump might be top 5. I think Obama's top fucking 5.
Yeah, Obama was pretty bad. But
Obama put on a smile and just bomb the shit out of everybody. He didn't give a fuck who it was.
As long as he fucking millions of people.
As long as he could talk basketball and talk college sports, it was fine.
As long as he could read off a teleprompter, man, he was good. He was
suave
the best.
Though, dude.
Obama
was suave.
He was great. He was great in interviews. He was great, talking to people. I get it. I mean, he was good at that. He was good at being a salesman. He was good at being a salesman.
And he always released his bracket for like March Madness. He always released his bracket and he did this big video where he talked about like why he thinks Gonzaga is going to go or over Kansas or whatever. And everyone's like, oh damn, he's a man of the people. He knows his college basketball.
But dude, can you imagine if Trump did something like that? Well, he should be focusing on being a president. He shouldn't care about.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like it's just so stupid how the media spins both sides. I mean, they're all fucking morons. I mean, anybody who believes that a president of the U.S. is going to do anything important, not take away your freedoms, rights, all that kind of bullshit. Come on, you're just silly. But yeah. Either way, Trump's terrible. Bush was even worse. Obama was bad. Biden was bad. Clinton was bad.
We've only had like in our adult lives where we could vote. We've only had a handful of presidents. We haven't had that many because everyone gets elected 2 fucking terms.
Yeah, they get 2 terms. Yeah. Yep.
Aye.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but we have no say. We're just peons. We're just poor people in the grand scheme of things. So BYOB, it was a great political song. And then, but I was reading too that Serge tried to like distance the band from being a political band. He's like, we're just saying common sense. We're not trying to be we don't want to be a political band. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, all you were doing was being 3 years prior to this. You were in 2001. You were one of the most political, popular bands in the world. Are you joking my ass?
Which definitely kind of like goes into like why is he saying these things? Like why are you saying these things now? Like your name is System of a fucking Down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like why did he try and like backtrack on this? So that's a little bit weird because they were really aggressive with like the political aspect of their band, like Rage was, and then Rage broke up and ceased becoming a band. Like the long thing that we talk about is whether they're a plant or whether they're paid off to be
you could
not
almost
be
say,
a band anymore. Maybe System was too.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, the first 2 System records were very, very politically charged. And then we get Steal This Album B-sides. We get Mesmerize, Hypnotize, which have some political undertones, but overall they're not very political records. I mean, you got to think, man, these bands, they were either plants to stir up, one side of the political spectrum, or they got too big for the music industry to control, so they were paid off and said, you know what, you guys, we'll give you X amount of dollars, you got to fucking stop. Because you guys are selling 2 records, you guys are getting too popular. Like, I don't know. It just seems too suspicious that these
of
two
course
massive,
it seems too suspicious.
These two fucking massive metal, like unconventional metal bands from the 90s, late 90s are fucking blowing up, selling millions of records, playing these massive shows, causing riots, doing all this fucking shit. And then all of a sudden they cease to exist after 2002? Come on.
It's funny because I'm rewatching The Sopranos right now, and there's an episode in there where they're trying to kill Ralphie. They want to kill Ralphie. Which I forget his name, but he's a big actor. But he's a made man, so you can't kill him, right? And then they're asking him, like, how do we do it? He's like, he's just fucking do it. He's like, everybody will know that we did it, but they won't know, right? I was like, damn, that's good.
That's a lot of The Sopranos. That's a lot of this. Tammy and I restarted it yesterday. Yeah, we got 2 episodes in, but even in the first episode, when Christopher kills the guy in the pork store and the meat store, butcher shop, he kills the guy, but he's like part of like the union or whatever, like other trash company, and even Tony says, they know that we killed him, but they have no way of proving it because we disposed of the body. Oh, no, Pussy says that to Christopher. Yeah. Pussy says in the first fucking episode.
They want to throw him in the dumpster, but they end up burying him over to the bridge. But yeah, that's it, right? Like we don't know, but like we know, but we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I have a good idea. But yeah, I agree. It is very weird that they wanted to distance themselves from being a political band when it's just like, dude, this is the most like highly political time of our lives back in the mid 2000s. And the people that are buying your records aren't fucking Bush supporters anyway. The people that are buying your records are anti-Bush, and the people that voted for Bush anyway, they don't give a fuck. They're still gonna listen to your music.
Yeah, it's true.
So whatever. I don't know. BYOB. Okay. All right.
Here we go. Bring your own butts. All right, so we're good with BYOB. Let's move on to your 3B. What banger are we on right now? 2B, 3B?
Yeah, 3B. My 3B.
Oh wait, no, I didn't do my 2B.
What's your 2B?
Violent pornography. That's what
violent
pornography. Choking chicks and sodomy. I love the opening guitar part too. The slight distortion on the guitar, that really cool little guitar riff, I guess.
Again, little fucking Middle Eastern kind of riff thing.
Yeah, very Middle Eastern. Yeah. Armenian. I mean, these guys are all Armenian. But yeah, just that really cool. guitar lead, guitar part, and then the everybody. God, it's just chaos. It's fucking chaos.
Ding, 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 ding,
And then it
ding,
drops into the big
ding.
chuggy, like the just very, very simple, like chuggy guitar part, but it played like pretty fucking fast. Really cool parts from John. Just the snare and hi-hat work on this song, fucking incredible. John absolutely nails it with his hi-hat and snare work. Just fucking destroys. Absolutely destroys. I love it.
It's so easy to immediately grab onto that kind of melody, right? Because it's not like a melody. It's just something so fucking weird. Like, why are you doing this? This is not what a rock band does. It's not what a metal band does for sure. But the chorus is, I think the chorus here is fine. This is my 4B. The chorus is fine. It's a little like one-dimensional and kind of like poppy, but I think the chorus is meant to like have it. It's meant to be the break from everything else that's going on.
Yeah.
Because we do get heavy instrumentals in the choruses, and like John is all over the fucking hi-hats. Like, actually, his beat throughout the entire fucking song is dope as shit. But it's cool that Serge and Darren switch off the horn parts. Like, sometimes we get like Darren doing the high arm with Serge singing.
There we go. Another sneeze. There we go. And you're good.
Or we get like Serge doing the horn part while Darren's singing. It's always two. Except for yesterday, it was only one.
Yeah.
But like for me, the last non-stop disco when he's the like that's like the cherry on the fucking cake for me.
I know exactly what you're talking
like
about.
perfect song, and then he does that like, oh, even more perfecter.
But you also said it best too. Like the relief in the chorus is so great because Darren's not doing anything crazy. He's just hitting those kind of the big power chords, just letting them ring out. While obviously John's going fucking crazy just on the hi-hats, and then eventually like toward the end of the chorus, we get some chuggy stuff. Darren playing those same big power chords, but chugging them, the palm mutes and all that, and then it just drops back into just chaos, just more and more chaos. Love it.
Perfect song.
So good.
Another well crafted song, right? These aren't just like
perfectly crafted song.
Like these aren't just like, I don't know, like Sugar and Sweet Pea are great songs, but I don't think they're crafted like this is. Like, those are just like, fuck, do we have a good idea? We're young, we're energetic, let's write this song, and it just comes out naturally. This is like them sitting down and writing a song. Like, that's what this seems like. It's just a well crafted song.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree with you on that. Now lyrically, with this one, this is more like, not political, but more about society. This is like one of the deeper songs on the record. And this is where I also realized that, man, dude, every song, even like the more politically charged songs or songs like this, it's all about repetition. Like, but repetition but not in a good way. You know what I mean? It's just like they're just saying the same things over and over and over again, but they're not really saying anything of substance. They're not making references. They're not telling a story. They're just kind of, it's just like like every verse is like the same line or same two lines every single time. The chorus, 2 lines every single time. So it's very stripped down. But violent pornography to me, just he's talking about how the TV and media in general just easily manipulate the masses and convince them or tell them what they should and shouldn't believe in and all of that. I mean, we were seeing that so much back in the day, and we still see that all the time. But now with social media, it's so different. But yeah, and then in the end, they're all sponsored by big corporations. All the ads you see, Tide, all the pharmaceutical companies, McDonald's, PepsiCo. It's all just the big corporations telling you what you should be thinking about and how they can sell ads, and nothing's really changed in that manner. But I just wish they would have done it in a better, like, I don't know, just better references. Just it's just too cheesy. It's too,
and it's cheesy when he says, "Can you say brainwashed?"
But we fucking sing it, right?
It's good and it's catchy. It's fucking so fucking funny, but it's cheesy. Brainwash. That's cheesy.
Yeah,
it's low hanging fruit, and like it's hard to not compare System to like Rage, where Rage was this insanely like politically charged band, and they broke up, and then now like Toxicity comes out in 2001, like a year less after Renegades hit, and it's like, okay, System is going to now take the reign of being like the biggest, most popular, like politically charged band. These guys are all like Armenian, right? They went to this specific like Armenian school that's not just for like Armenians, but like that's where you go if you're like Armenian and stuff like that.
Or
so
like immigrant, like immigrant parents, or you guys are immigrants. Like they're
all immigrant punks. Immigrant. So like man, dude, I don't know. System could have been so fucking big, and
I mean, they were big. They still are big though.
But it points to everything points to like they got paid off or something happened. Like they stopped making music. There's just no fucking way.
I know. There's no way that their egos were so fucking massive that it would just make him cease to exist. The same with Rage. Like, come on, man. I know Tom Morello always has, like, it always seems like he has the massive ego. But even still, man, you guys were on top of the fucking world when Battle of LA came out. I mean, they played the DNC, and whether or not you think they were a plan or not, I mean, they played the fucking DNC. Massive amounts of people showed up. They didn't riot per se, but it was just a lot politically. But it
could just be like you write music and you write albums and you become this band to like teach people or show people that like, dude, like you don't have to just blindly follow your party leader or whatever. And then like Bush gets elected anyway. Like, man, fuck these people. Like, I'm done.
Yeah, it's a big hit to morale. I mean, we've talked about it with Fat Mike from NoFX. Like he tried so hard and tried to do so many grassroots things to get Bush, not get him elected or reelected, I should say. And it just destroyed him. Like Melvin said too, like after that, when Bush won the second term, it just destroyed Mike and he spiraled. Like when you put, I guess I kind of get it. You put that much effort and time and everything into it, and you just get shot down.
I definitely get it, because even when we do things like our record store for like the community and like nobody comes, but then we'll do something stupid and like a ton of people come. But like when I put effort into something and no one comes, like, man, fuck you guys then. And yeah. I know like if I was just in Southern California doing the same thing, like 100 people would show up, no problem. It's like, man, fuck you guys. I do get like being a little feel like you're disenfranchised, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's just a minor fucking thing. Like political is a whole different like spectrum, right? There's a different ball game on such a worldwide scale rather than being so regional. So to quit a band because like, oh, Bush got elected again. Oh, all my hard work, it didn't pay off. It's like, oh, dude, grow up. Like,
yeah. Emotionally underdeveloped.
Become a teacher or something and teach the young kids to be better when they're your fat old age.
All right. So are we good with violent pornography?
Yeah.
All right. So there's really only two songs that are kind of worth talking about, I feel.
Cigarro and Revenja?
Yeah. So I get into those and then wrap it up, or what do you think?
Cigarro's my 3B.
Cigarro's my 6B. So let's get into it.
Good.
What do you got on this one?
Quirky and fun. Darren's kind of annoying at times when he's doing the high thing, right? But like the instrumentals are the best thing here. Like the quick back and forth, like that main like arpeggiated riff, dude, that is so fucking good. And like the pre-chorus where we get John's like double bass, god damn, that's fucking good too. We don't hear him do double bass a lot.
He rarely does it. And if he does, it's always to just accent other parts. It's never like a main focal point of his drumming. Just quick little accents here and there. Or maybe he's just using a single pedal, but he's just that fucking fast to where it sounds like a double pedal. I don't know.
That'd be wild. That'd be cool. I respect that.
But you hear a lot of drummers do that. I remember back in the day, like when Thomas Pridgeon joined the Mars Volta, and people were always like, oh man, dude, he must be playing a double pedal. Like he's playing so fucking fast and so crazy. How does he do it? And then I remember Cedric always used to say, well, that's just Pridgeon. That's just him. He can play like that to where he can play so fast with his right foot that it sounds like a double pedal, but he's just playing a single pedal. There's just people like that are just so fucking good that could do it. So
that's how I play drums, so I get it.
Yeah, that's exactly how you play drums. Yeah. All right. So yeah, Siguro. It's a wild song, man. Musically, vocally. You also have Surge's kind of signature death yell, death scream, growl. The just he did it. He did it so much on the first two records, especially the first one. But yeah, he brings it back for this one, and then the back and forth between Darren and Serge vocally is fucking killer. Instrumentals, like you said, too. Guitar playing, some great fucking guitar parts here. It's heavy, aggressive. I love the big chuggy parts. When they're singing over the chuggy parts, the cool in denial. Oh, yeah. I don't even know what he says.
I think
I love that part.
Cool
in denial. Siguro. And then he does that little scale. They both do the scale, the vocally and guitar, and the guitar do that little scale. So fucking good. I love it. But then lyrically, my cock is much bigger than yours. It's so silly lyrically. It kind of like, this is also one of the more politically charged songs, or about society and
but it's lost
corporations.
In that.
It's lost in the silliness.
Goofiness.
Yeah.
Like this is supposed to be about like big wigs or smoking cigars in the top floor of their, big buildings, looking down on the peons of like us, looking down on the serfs, and saying, "Oh, my cock's so big, I don't give a fuck about these people." But like, this is stupid, dude.
Yeah.
Like no one's going to listen to your message when you have a line that just says like, "My cock can walk right through the door."
I know.
I'm sorry, it's just dumb. It's a dumb line.
It is dumb. The message was good, but it wasn't conveyed well. That's really what it comes down to. And also, when it comes to like,
medium is the message.
There you go. Sopranos, like we talked about last night. But also, the silliest lyrics are sung by Darren in the most ridiculous ways too.
Yeah.
Can't you see that? You love my cock. It's just like a fucking chicken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so stupid, but I still love the song. Still love it.
I got feeling so pure.
And then I actually, going back to the beginning of this episode, how you mentioned how much they love to kind of note match each other. Darren's guitar playing and Serge's vocals. It's just that whenever Darren does like a pretty normal, straightforward scale, fucking Serge just fucking sings over that and scales with him vocally.
Yeah.
It's laid all over this fucking record, but I love it. It sounds great. It's cool.
Yeah.
But kind of like one of the signature parts of this record. I love it.
It's pop stuff, dude.
I dig it.
It's good.
So yeah, that's what I have for Siguro. Got anything else for this one?
No, that's it. We got like one left.
Yeah, Revenga. How would you pronounce that?
Revenja, because it's like a revenge song.
But why the A at the end? I don't like the A at the end.
I don't know. Why the exclamation point after question? I don't fucking know.
Because he's telling you to question. He's telling you to question things.
Question.
Yes, exactly. Serious about it. It's a serious
even
song.
Then, are you yelling at me that you want me to question people, or are you saying what I just said should have been in the form of a question?
He's demanding you to question things. That's what it is.
But I don't know.
I do know. I just told you. But
it's like saying like, I know. Question. I know? What do you I don't know what you want me to do.
Don't put a question mark at the end of something that should be a question.
I know.
Anyway, let's move on. Revenga, whatever you want to call it. What do you have on this one?
This is totally fucking random, but like when I was growing up, one of my like best friends when I was like 8, 9, 10, and like 12 maybe, his name was Eric Mullins, and I remember like he moved to Corona, and then like we would sometimes like spend the night at each other's houses. And when he first moved in there, like his parents brought me with him so that I could help them move and just like dick around in their big ass Corona house. But I remember like his stepdad would say like, "Oh yeah, we got a 2-car garage." Like, dude, that's awesome. And he kept saying all these things that were like awesome. And I was like, awesome. And then he said something else at the very last thing. And I didn't understand what he said, but I still said awesome. But I went, awesome? Like that?
Idiot.
I remember like his stepdad didn't say a goddamn word, but Eric looked at me and said, "What the fuck?" What he didn't say what the fuck. He said, "What is awesome?" with a question mark. I was like, I don't know why I said that. And then like the end of our relationship then was just like awesome. I think kind of find out later he became he had a kid and like we got very addicted to drugs. I think he died. Very recently.
What the fuck?
Yeah. But his sister was really cool. His sister was good friends with my sister, and she went to Oregon University, and I don't know. That was it.
Okay, that's a story, dude.
Actually, how I got into Sublime is I stole his brother's CD. When I talk about stealing, my friend's brother's CD, his brother is the one that I stole his CD. Yeah,
the awesome guy.
Yeah, awesome. But I'll never forget that. It's like, why did I say that? Awesome. Idiot. Revenja.
There we go.
When they do these kind of choruses, I fucking love it. It's so groovy. And again, John slays with these grooves. He's very busy, but everything makes sense. Everything he does fits. He's very cymbals and the bells. Everything he does makes sense. And the verses are fine. Nothing great. Just like it's just good, quick, fun spatting kind of thing. Nothing against it. But damn, this chorus is fucking good.
The chorus, man. And it's not just John's drumming, but I also love the straightforward chugging power chords of Darren too. It's just it's that chugging guitar, but also the very melodic vocals on top of it. The busyness of John's drumming, fucking incredible, truly incredible. Because I mean the verses are very it's just like back and forth. It's chaotic and it's just it's all over the place. But then it's smooth and just perfect in the choruses. Love it, absolutely love it. Good. Lyrically, this one kind of, I think it was about like abortion. It was like on the topic of abortion, but I couldn't quite figure out from whose perspective. Some people were saying it's from the perspective of the dad whose girlfriend got the abortion.
I think it's a revenge song. I think it's a guy like wanting to get revenge. It's revenge from the perspective of a rejected man. Okay. I think the abortion thing is a little aggressive and a little
much, yeah.
A little much. I think it's just it's revenge from a rejected man. That's it.
Okay, and okay, I agree with that. But otherwise, yeah, that's all I really got on this one. Sad Statue was fine. I mean, it's a great song, but lyrically, I thought it was
6B.
A little weak too. Like lyrically, it's a little weak, right?
I mean, like the idea that like the stat is goofy as fuck and childish and
it is goofy,
amateur, but like the idea that the Statue of Liberty is looking down on America with like sad eyes, which I don't think the Statue of Liberty faces land. I think it faces the sea. Which I could be wrong, but I think it does.
I think it does face the sea, yeah.
Because it's supposed to be like bringing people
like welcoming people to the country, yeah.
Yeah, but the idea of like even if it did face the land, the idea of the Statue of Liberty looking over America and like crying because of how horrible we're treating everyone. It's like, dude, I don't know. We're still we're still wet behind the ears as a country over here. We're still getting it. Calm down,
still
everybody.
Very young.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And then the other songs, we touched upon at the beginning. Old School Hollywood, Lost in Hollywood. We don't
like when we get to the part where it's the maggots part, like all the maggots, like that. Dude, that's dumb.
Yeah, it is a pretty dumb part.
That's borderline stinky territory.
What did he say? All the maggots smoking faggots on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Santa Monica Boulevard.
Is it Santa Monica?
Monica Boulevard.
Or is it Hollywood? I
think he might say both.
Maybe I'm thinking Santa Monica because of the Sheryl Crow song. But that's a good song though, the Sheryl Crow song.
Yeah, that's a good song.
It's a great song. But it could be Hollywood Boulevard.
I think he might do both. He may do both.
Maybe.
But like when that part hits, that's like we're walking in and we're starting to smell something foul. Like it's not a stinker, but we're smelling like the beginning parts of a stinker.
It's a little stinky. That part's bad. So before we give our final thoughts, rate the record and all that, it's a couple things I want to mention about the making of the record. Obviously, Rick Rubin produced this record. Rick Rubin produced all of the records. Rick Rubin essentially discovered this band. He saw them at the the Roxy or whatever club in Hollywood back in the day, back in the mid '90s, and fell in love with the band and just signed them to his own record label. And they were signed to his label the whole time, all 5 records, produced all 5 records, and a big reason why this band blew up too was Rick Rubin. He's not my favorite producer. We all know that. You're being stupid.
You love fucking Rick Rubin. Like
I do like Rick Rubin a lot.
Yeah,
I do.
love him
I do
so much.
I do like him a lot, but he's definitely not the best or my favorite.
He's not the best at all, but he is your
That's
favorite.
what I just said. That's literally what I just said. But okay.
He's your favorite though.
Also, Shavo, the bass player. We haven't talked about him too much, and I didn't know this until this week, but he didn't play bass on most of this record. He just he didn't have the chops to do it, and Darren constantly told him, was like, go home, practice your bass,
Yes,
practice these songs, and Shavo didn't. He just didn't. He's like, I'm good enough. And then Darren just recorded all the parts. He's like, if you're not going to listen, if you're not going to learn your parts because you're in this band, I'll just play them. And he did.
Which like good. Like fuck him, dude. Like if you're not a good bass player, that's fine, but you need to get better. You need to be a better bass player. If you're not going to practice, then I'm just going to do it for you.
And that's what he did. So I dug that. And then the artwork too. I do like the artwork a lot for Mezmerize and Hypnotize. I do really like it. You don't like it?
No, whatever the story, like somebody's dad, or I think it was Darren's dad. Or something. I don't fucking care.
Varden Malakian.
Farting.
He was
the
the one.
Give a shit.
he did the artwork for this record. He also did the artwork for the new Scars on Broadway record right here. There you go.
Dude,
Darren's
that band
dad.
is not good. I don't get your obsession. with
I
that
like
band.
it, man. I don't know. I think it's good.
Not good. Like, and Darren's the worst part of this band, like vocally, and here you are. Fucking,
Vocally, yeah, he's the worst part, but he writes great songs.
yeah, Lonely Days is best, and that's your favorite song.
So I put Lost in Hollywood on the background right now while we've been talking, and he doesn't say either of those streets or boulevards. He says Sunset Boulevard.
He never said Santa Monica.
I only heard Sunset. Maybe maybe he says it in other spots, but I just heard him say Sunset Boulevard. But maybe he says other streets, but right now he just said
Obviously,
Sunset.
I'm going to fucking genius this shit right now.
I'm gonna genius lyrics the shit out of it.
Yeah, he definitely says smoking faggots on Santa Monica, smoking faggots on Sunset, and then the last one he says out there
On
Oh,
Hollywood.
no, he says the same thing. Oh, okay, so all you maggot smoking fags on Santa Monica, then all you maggot smoking fags out there on Sunset, and then all you maggot smoking fags out there in Hollywood. Yeah, he says all
This
three.
is all three. Okay, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, he definitely said all three. Anyway, are we wrapping up here? Are we doing the record wrap up?
This is stupid. Let's move on. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
wrapping it up, we'll rate the record based off of our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album, give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So what do you got? Go.
So like for me, why is this not perfect, right? And I think this is not perfect because I don't think this is better than like Toxicity or Sode. I don't think this is heavier than those. I don't think it's more aggressive than those things. Lyrically, I don't think it's as complex as those things. So like why would I rate this higher than like a 2? And I think it's because they've mastered the songwriting, and they've mastered the songwriting because Darren is taking over. And Darren's a good fucking songwriter. Dude knows how to write good pop songs, but then like mashed them with just quirkiness and like individualism, which is just like that's what I want from pop music. Like I like pop. People like pop music. We don't like pop music.
Yeah.
But make it a little bit more individualistic, and that's what this is. And I'm not like knocking that, but I don't think this is S tier system. I think this is A tier system. I think this is high. But like the last 2 Hollywood songs, those are dumb. There's a couple like vocal parts. They're not. They're fine. They're fine. You could take them out entirely, and I don't think this record will lose anything. I don't think it would gain anything.
But you could say the same thing about Sode and Toxicity too.
Like take out those records entirely and like the discography.
No. Take out a couple, like 1 or 2 songs off of those records, and it would be the same thing as Mezmerize.
I think
you could always take like
also
1 or
you
2
could do
songs.
that. But I also think that like if you took out, because our least favorite song is Aerials, I think if you took out Aerials, Toxicity wouldn't hit as hard. It wouldn't be as accessible to a lot of fucking people. I think Aerials hits the peoples that aren't into this kind of like rock genre, and it like lets them be into this rock genre. So I don't think you could take out Aerials and it wouldn't as be. I shouldn't say better because I would prefer it if you took out Ariel's, but it wouldn't be as accessible. I think the Hollywood songs are worthless. I think they're worthless songs. They don't add anything to it. I think Ariel's adds. Hollywood's do not do fucking goddamn thing. So because of that, this is not a perfect record. We're only going to go down from there. But I think this is a solid 2.6. I think it's 2.6.
Okay. That's low. It's a little low. Out of 3, that's a little low.
2.6? That's high as fuck.
No, it's not. It's low. For this record, it's low. All right. So my thoughts are most of the records you could take out 1 or 2 songs and that's fine. You know, so that puts all these that puts all these records on a level playing field. At least Mezmerize, Sewed, and Toxicity. It puts them all at the same level. Because you have 1 or 2 of those songs on each one. Now, songwriting wise, I think they stepped it up significantly. Darren stepped it up significantly on this record. I think this is some of the best songwriting they've ever done. It has throwbacks to the first 2 records. It has, you know, the newer kind of weird polka stuff. It has just some gnarly fucking shit here. This is the most diverse sounding record they've ever done, and that's why I ranked it as my number 1 for right now. It could change. I've always said Sewed is my favorite, and that's never going to change. But after this week, after listening to these records a couple times, I listened to these records all on vinyl, and I listened to them all on streaming this week.
So you can give this a perfect fucking 3.
Well, I didn't say that, but
yes, you are.
Well, I didn't say that, but in the end, the songwriting's fucking great. Lyrics, yes, a little weak, or pretty weak comparatively to the other Sewed records, but still fucking killer. I love it. I love these songs. All of these songs stand out. They can all be playlisted separately, much just like the first 2 records.
No.
Oh, come on, dude.
See, that's a good point you just said. That's a good point. You can playlist everything on their first 2 records separately.
You could do it on this one too.
Anything on
Mezmerize?
Hollywood.
Yes,
not for Hollywood.
Yes, but once again,
what playlist did you put it on? Shitty Hollywood playlist?
Well, yeah, technically yes, but going back to the point of making it a level playing field. You take Sewed and Toxicity. You take 1 or 2 songs off that, the 2 worst songs. Then it's all level playing field between those 2 and Mezmerize. And with those remaining songs, let's say 8 songs, just for an easy number, you know, you can. Those are all songs that you can put on fucking any playlist. They're all very, very playlistable songs. Great fucking songs. So anyway, with that being said, I don't do this often. I'm going to give it a perfect 3 out of 3.
Even though you just said, I didn't say that, but you did say that.
Well, I don't say it often, but I just said it right now. Yeah. So a perfect 3 out of 3. Come on. I didn't give the Pixies a perfect 3 out of 3 last week or yesterday. Last week.
So you really hated the Pixies.
It just wasn't for me. Like I said, Pixies are great. They influence every fucking band. Just not for me. But you know what? I didn't know. I've been with Tammy for 17 years now. 18 years. I've been with her for 18 years, and we were talking about the Pixies yesterday, and she's like, "Yeah, I love Doolittle. I love that album. I have that on CD. I had that on CD. I love the Pixies." No idea. I had no fucking clue. She loved.
That's funny. Yeah. Keeping secrets. Tammy's keeping secrets.
18 years later. Had no fucking clue that she had Doolittle on CD and she loved it. And the dog's getting fucking crazy. He found a bottle, so he's getting crazy.
Trash dog.
It is Trash Dog, yes. So thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars, tell your friends. If you're watching on YouTube, smash the subscribe button, and that's it. That's all.